let's move into Samsung. Speaking of Samsung, it seems like the One UI 8.5 beta program is never ending. Ever. Forever. So, it might not be a bad thing. It depends on if you have one and you really want to get to the stable build, or, I mean, it's pretty stable at the moment. I think my battery life has gotten a little better over these last two updates. I have the beta build on my S25 Ultra. Horrible, horrible battery life. Although, I was just looking at it earlier, it's been on all day, and I started the day at 100%. It's now at 85%. In the past, just a few weeks ago, I would wake up at 100% and I would have to charge my phone by this time already. Oh, by like 5 o'clock, or way before that. I'd have to charge this thing 2 times a day to keep this going. And now it's lasted all day and seems to be fixed almost. So I'm kind of regretting upgrading to the S26 Ultra. Actually, not, but you know what I mean. If you hang on to your phone, I think the beta program is a-okay, but I wouldn't. I think it's closed at this point already, so there's really not any incentive into enrolling in it. But getting back to the story, this will be the ninth and 10th beta build before they roll this into the stable build. Typically, you'll get, it depends, it's not the same on each device with every manufacturer, but 10 beta builds is a lot. I think generally you'll get 3 to 4, maybe 5 beta updates, and they slowly change stuff and fix stuff with each build that gets released. They squash bugs and release another beta build and release another one. But 10 beta builds, I'm not sure I've ever seen that many. It's almost like a nightly custom ROM update. I think last month I got 2 updates in 1 month. So it's kind of good news, bad news, right? Because I know you want the One UI 8.5 stable build for the S25 series, but at this point, I think the battery life is fixed now. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't have any bugs minus that battery life thing, and especially if they squashed that. One UI beta, I think this is on the 8th. They have 8 released beta builds, and then they said today they plan on releasing a 9th and a 10th here in the near future. And they really didn't say much after that. We don't know if we're going to go beta 9, 10, and the 11th will be the stable build, or if we're going to have more. I think that's the plan, is going beta 9, beta 10, and then stable. But they didn't really say much after that. They said we're just scheduling beta 9, beta 10 here. But it can't wait too much longer. In the past, this would have already gotten, like with the S21, S22, S23, S24. Right now, the previous flagship model would have gotten the latest stable build of Android in One UI already. February would be the month where they release their new device, flagship device. January, February, late January, early February, and the newest flagship phone would have the latest software for about a month. And then the following month, they would release the stable build, following version of Android, following version of One UI to the previous flagship. And then they wait a month or two and then release that same build to the 2 years removed flagship. And then the month or two after that, they would release it for the other one. So you see where it would go S25, and then they would release an S24 a month later, then an S23 build a month after that. This one seems to be all jacked up, but at least you know they're working on it. It would be one thing if we didn't get any news. They made no statements. We got no beta updates, and we were just sitting in this like beta 4 with no direction. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. At least they're letting us know. At least they're. I would rather have a beta update released every couple weeks or at least once a month. Moving forward, at least you know they're working on it. Again, could be worse, but I'll certainly keep everybody up to date. But we do also have some interesting information on other builds. So the S24 series is also receiving its second and third beta updates in April, with Beta 9 and Beta 10 scheduled for April 9th and April 20th, respectively. That's when you can see the updates for your S25 series. If you have an S25, it's on the beta program, you're going to get Beta 9 update on April 9th, and you're going to get the Beta 10 update on April 20th. And it says the One UI 8.5 beta program has expanded to include the Galaxy Z Fold 6, Z Flip 6, and the S23 series, and the Z Fold 5 and Z Flip 5, with initial beta builds appearing on Samsung servers, which means they're getting that ready to get started up. That their beta program for the Z Flip 5 and Fold 5. So they're continually working on this. Now, the newer foldables like the Fold 7 and Flip 7 joined the beta program in early March, receiving their second beta update through the rollouts. Future rollouts are not detailed, but I can promise you they are working on them. The stable One UI 8.5 update is anticipated to begin rolling out in April 2026, this month, with the S25 series expected to be the first to receive it. And as I mentioned just a minute ago, depending on what flagship you have, how old it is, then you'll kind of know. A month will pass and they'll update an older model. A month will pass and they'll update the previous flagship. So they've been doing that for years. And to be honest with you, I can't tell the difference. The operating system, using the phone, usability, graphical interface, they look kind of the same. In fact, they look almost identical. That's why I haven't done any reviews of One UI 8.5 beta, because I'm like, well, I can't even tell the difference. Now, the only thing where you will tell the difference is in not small, but strategically placed features like enhanced Galaxy AI tools. I'm not a big AI user. If you are, you might notice them. Smoother animations. I haven't noticed anything. Better battery improvements. At the beginning of this beta program, I would have said that's a bold-faced lie, but I think mine finally caught on. AI call-derived call screening that Pixel lovers have been using for years, and I think even now iPhone users are getting some of those features, not from Google. Well, they kind of copied the call screening from the Pixel, but Google has no involvement with the iOS. They just copied a feature. You see what I'm saying? The beta program is available in 6 countries: Germany, India, Poland, South Korea, UK, and US. Stay tuned. I'll let you know.